Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER 1 News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER 1 News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER 1 News. I'm Alan Troop with your weekend edition. We will review some of the top stories for this week and a few of your favorites. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER 1 Weather Center. Our top story this week was about a group of people running and walking to help the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. Here with the story is reporter Jeff Chu.
The third annual Moses Lake 5K Turkey Trot raised a record amount of money, almost $5,400, to fight cancer in the Columbia Basin. Event organizer Kelsey Grant said she and volunteers were happy to see the Saturday event drew 148 runners, walkers, even their dogs, to traverse the trails and sidewalks of Moses Lake. The event started at Blue Heron Park. Grant, who is now a Washington State University student, started the Turkey Trot 3 years ago as her senior project at Moses Lake High School. Proceeds go to the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation. Many of those in the race have been touched by cancer at least once in their lives, including Kelsey, who lost her grandmother to the disease.
A lot of people are affected by cancer and they want to help, and that's exactly why I'm doing it.
She talked about Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation and what it does.
And it just helps and supports people who have been diagnosed with cancer. Last year was for the Susan G. Komen. My sister and her coworkers were on the team for Susan G. Komen, and they just ran it this September. So that's what the fundraising, I changed it last year for them. People can come in and get either physical or emotional therapy or all sorts of different things, and just gives hope to them and helps out families and everything. Everywhere in the Columbia Basin, people come to them. Hopefully everyone keeps supporting us and help the Cancer Foundation. They need a lot of help. They're helping a lot of people.
Jennifer Atnip of Moses Lake said she recently lost an uncle to cancer, a medical history that runs in her family. She was there with 4 others in her family who ran or walked in the event and sporting turkey hats.
I want to support the cause. I'm hoping for a cure, and maybe we can get this thing taken care of so my family and our genetics can kind of have something to fall back on and help us heal from it.
Anna Hers, who ran with her dog Jake, explained why she was there.
Actually started running last year to support the cancer. Some young ladies that work in our HR department did the Susan G. Komen walk, and so this last year they used this as a fundraiser. So been active in it since then. I had my mother-in-law pass away from cancer 24 years ago, and so it was really close to home.
Jody O'Shea said she has supported the Turkey Trot every year since she lost a dear family member to cancer.
It's a cancer fundraiser, and I feel very strongly about that. The first year was the year after I lost my mom, so I guess that would be 2011. And I'm also a medical provider, so I encourage a lot of people to get out here, be healthy, support cancer, and I feel very strong about it.
Jody was the overall winning women's runner in the Turkey Trot, and men's overall winner was Eric Burke. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Thank you, Jeff. Thanksgiving is next week, and as the holiday season continues to grow, so does the demand on food banks. Vivian Huang reports on how the Moses Lake Food Bank is doing and an effort this weekend to help fill their shelves.
The halls of Moses Lake Food Bank are lining up with carts filled with food in preparation for Thanksgiving next week. Operations Manager Penny Archer has spent almost 20 years running the food bank for community services of Moses Lake.
We operate the Moses Lake Food Bank, plus we're a distribution center. We take care of a total of 34 food banks in Grant, Adams, Lincoln, Benton, and Yakima counties.
To help the food bank, Samaritan Healthcare will be hosting their annual turkey and canned food drive at Safeway from Thursday through Saturday, which encourages shoppers to donate food for families in the Moses Lake and Warden areas. All food collected at the drive goes to the Moses Lake Food Bank.
Samaritan's been doing this for us for a long time, and they are awesome. I mean, they make a big difference in the amount of turkeys and food and money that come into us during this season to help us take care of our neighbors here in Grant County. These units behind me are pre-built for Thanksgiving. We're distributing to the families next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We expect to see between 1,500 to 1,700 different families. So anyway, we have volunteers that come in. They build the units that will have vegetables, olives, stuffing, vegetable oil, etc., etc., etc. And so each unit will be given to a family.
The food bank is located at 1075 Marina Drive in Moses Lake. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Vivian Huang.
Thank you, Vivian. We will be back after these messages.